It's Gospel Sunday TV with Keith Solis.
Hey, thanks for watching Gospel Sunday TV. I'm Keith Solis. Now, this dude right here probably needs no introduction. If you're familiar with like Ted and Sherry from way back in the day, well, obviously this ain't Sherry. Ted Wynn is in the building. How you doing, man?
Oh, well, how are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for coming through.
Thank you.
And so now that whole Ted and Sherry thing, that was what, back in the early 2000s?
Early 2000s. The first album came out in 2001.
Okay. And since then, you've done things on your own, done some stuff with other people.
Yeah.
But we're waiting on a new project from you.
Yes, I have a new album entitled Perspective that will be out spring 2017. Like, have a real like season and year.
All right.
And I'm really excited about this project. Very like really excited about it.
Now, you're working with some folks. I understand what Hezekiah Walker is a part of this project.
Hezekiah Walker is supposed to do a song with me. Entitled God is the Greatest Power.
Well, we've already said it, so it's going to have to happen. It's already on YouTube, so you got to do it.
I have the phenomenal Lisa Knowles, who's from Memphis, did a song with me.
Okay.
I have Miranda Curtis, who's from Atlanta.
Okay.
She's an amazing singer. She's on the single Grateful. And then I took a little bit of a turn, and actually this is the first time I've told anybody this in any media.
All right, here we go.
I have the title cut.
Yes.
Is entitled Perspective.
Okay.
It's a soul record that I did with two artists.
All right.
One is Elijah Blake, who signed to Def Jam. He's written for Usher and Keisha Cole and a bunch of other people.
Okay.
And the other is Tweet.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Oh.
So
Tweet.
I'm super excited about that right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're working with Ted and Tweet.
TNT.
TNT. That's dynamite right there. Man, so you know what? Checking you out on social media, you probably never know that you were a singer because you're really involved in what's going on in the world.
Sure.
You know, certainly a lot of politics, you know, the political talk. So tell us what's going on, man.
I'm just, I'm really engaged in social justice and things that concern, minority groups. And I think that it really is, for me, the catalyst really is when Jesus talked about, it basically said if you, offend the least of these, it's the same as if you've done it unto me. And so I call that, in my estimation, the gospel of the least of these. And I think it is our focus, it should be our focus as believers, to help people who are disenfranchised, people who are marginalized, people who are, not able to fight for themselves.
Wow.
I mean, because we as a people group, people of color, were those people at one point in time, and then to a large degree, we still are those people.
But you have those people who say, well, you're a Christian, you're supposed to just sit back and pray and just, God will work it out.
Right, no. I mean, prayer, no, prayer is important to the believer. I think it is the way that we engage God. It's the way that we are inspired. It's the way that we get strategy to do certain things, how we center ourselves. But it can't be prayer alone. And I often say this to much pushback. Prayer didn't free the slaves. It took action to free the slaves. And in order for us to continue to build in this country and make it what it really is supposed to be, we have to engage and we have to actually do something.
We have to work. I mean, the Bible says clearly, faith without works is what?
Dead.
Dead. So it means you got to get to work.
That's right.
Certainly pray, but add some works to that as well.
That's right. That's right.
All right. So now, you were part of, was it Richard Smallwood and Vision? Are you still singing with Richard Smallwood?
I do still sing with Richard Smallwood. I mean, time permitting, I still sing with Richard Smallwood and Vision. I love that. I love, like, it's a different kind of thing because when you are a part of an aggregation like that, I don't have to think about anything. I know no sound check and all that stuff. I just show up. I sing my part. I have fun, and I go home.
So now, were you on like some of the bigger, like Total Praise? Were you on that record?
No, that record, Total Praise, was on the very first album. I came on the third album, which was Live in DC, the Persuaded album.
Oh, okay.
And what's very interesting is that was in 2001.
Okay. Now that was, what was the song? Praise Waiteth?
Praise Waiteth. Okay. Yes, that was on.
Did you have a part in that?
I sang a song called Hold On, Don't Let Go.
Okay.
It was a trio between Jeffrey White, who's passed on now, and Richard Smallwood and myself. And what was interesting is that was in 2001. That album and the Ted and Sherry album came out on the same day.
Wow. So you were competing against yourself.
In essence,
a sense.
Yeah,
right. So now, do you remember your part in that song, the Richard Smallwood part?
Of course.
Can you a little bit of that part? You know where you go.
Hold on, don't let go. Even though your heart hurts you so, he'll never let go of your hand.
All right, that's a great word. We can take that.
Probably
I
wrong
will
key.
never, but it was good though. You know what? It was much better than I could ever do. On your worst day, you're better than me on my best day. So trust me, man. Well, listen, thank you for coming
Thank you,
through.
sir. I appreciate
and
it.
much continued success to you. The new
Thank you.
project. Now, what's the name of it again?
It's Perspective. The single Grateful is available
Grateful.
right now.
Excellent. Look for it. Ted Wynn in the building today. You are watching Gospel Sunday TV. I'm Keith Solis on Smooth R&B 105.7. Have you ever forgotten the words to a song while you were singing live?
Yes, I have forgotten to the words. Not only the words to a song I was singing. Oh, I forgot the words to a song I was singing that I wrote. Sherry and I were doing a concert in Memphis, and I literally went blank on stage. And it was funny because it was a new song, so the audience wasn't really familiar with it. And so I just started making up words. And Sherry cut her eyes at me like, what are you saying right now? So I have had that happen before.
Who is your favorite non-gospel recording artist?
Is Brandy, like, hands down. Like, she's absolutely everything. She's the only person I've ever met where I can really say I was like starstruck, like handshaking like the whole time.
First time I met her, she almost got a whipping.
Come on.
She was 14 years old, and the station I was working for at the time, it was when I Want to Be Down. It was the album wasn't even out. It was just that single. It was out. She was still on Moesha, and so they brought her through promo tour to introduce her to everybody. And she's this little girl, had these little. She's just running up and down the hall. So her mom had told her, "You need to get ready to go in the studio." She's just running and playing. She came up. Now, I told you. I was like, oh, shoot. She for real. Man, Sonya Norwood, you don't mess with her. She is no joke. So when I met Brandy again several years after that, after she like really blew up, and I reminded her of this, she's like, I remember that. She's like, I was so embarrassed. But yeah, favorite fast food restaurant?
Chick-fil-A. I know it's probably cliche, but it is.
Empire or Power?
Power, hands down. I think Power is better scripted. I think the actors are better, and I think that the content is not. It's just not, kind of stereotypical. I think it's a really interesting narrative. I like it quite a bit.
If you had the opportunity to go back in time and appear on the TV show Good Times, what character would you be?
If I was going to appear on Good Times, I would be JJ. Like, who else is there to be? I'd be Kid Dynamite.
Well, that was 5 questions with Ted Wynn right here on Smooth R&B 105.7 Gospel Sunday TV.
Thanks for watching Gospel Sunday TV. We'd like to know what you think. Subscribe, comment, and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. And also visit us at krnb.com.